Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Minshew and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Chris Streveler and the New York Jets.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the New York Jets. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll start at quarterback, a former star up in the Canadian League. It's Chris Streveler.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Streveler sets to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Streveler to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. To throw is Streveler. Completes it to Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Streveler to throw it. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 1st down, it's Strebler. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a give to Carter. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Strebler. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And how about this young man? Took the NFL world by storm. As a 6th-round rookie, signature mullet, mustache, but 21 touchdowns for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Great personality, and everyone gravitates towards this guy. Teammates love to win with a quarterback who leads them like that, and fans love to root for a guy who seems just like them.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play, and if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. LaMarcus Joyner, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. 15 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw, and you know how sometimes coaches talk about using a short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And it's fielded at the 34. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Carter to start the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Strebler. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Now Strebler. Again, he finds Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're scoreless after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A toss left side for Carter. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Strebler. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
On 1st and 10, here's Strebler. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Strebler. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Carter. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. On play action, Strebler. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. To throw here. Keeps him hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one, so you look over at the sideline, there's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it, field goal time.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. It's caught by Sanders. That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured No touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here. Yes, we do. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Well, Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to throw it, Minshew. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Now Minshew. He's got it. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now. 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Eagles! J.J. on the right side as the first half is winding down, and the Eagles have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Coleman now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
They'll throw now on the final play. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now a 2nd down and 6. A give running left. It's Sanders looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll start on the ground. Carter, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll run with Carter. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Open right side, complete to Rager. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Minshew, 1st and 10. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. It'll be Minshew again. And Sanders has got it complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Three-quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, back to Sanders. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun is Minshew. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. John Franklin Myers with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. New York ready to go again offensively. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Strubler to throw on 1st down. He's going to look deep for more, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
From the gun is Strubler. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Carter. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. On the carry, it's Bawden. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The fullback dive held up short, and the Eagles' defense able to hold. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in a big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He'll drop to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. So the Jets now down by 4, and time a huge factor. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw.
A throw to the flat for Carter.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw.
He'll dump this off to Carter, complete.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Four yards remain for second down.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side here into the hands of Westwood, the tight end. They couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say 24-hour cheesesteak shop, here we come.
Oh, yeah, and I'm buying, partner. And guess what? I'm having mine with.
And I'm having two if you're buying. Good night from Philadelphia.